The black soldier fly is used as a sustainable waste management solution in two related processes, which are compost harvesting and the new larvae cycle. The larvae of the black soldier fly are able to consume a large amount of organic waste and convert it into compost that is high in nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen, which make it ideal fertilizer for crops. Before that, do you know what is organic compost? Organic compost is a mixture of decayed organic matter and is used for fertilizer and conditioning land. Compost consists of organic waste such as fruits, vegetables, manure, dead leaves, and even food waste that is produced every day. Now, let's move to the composting process. Food waste collecting. All the food waste is being collected and transferred to the lab. Blending of food waste. The food waste is separated into pieces that are easy to blend. Then, it is transferred to the tray. Feeding on BASF larvae. The BASF larvae are then placed in the tray and ready to feed on the organic waste to produce compost. Separation of matured BASF larvae. After the BASF larvae matured, the larvae are separated from the compost by using various techniques, including mechanical and manual harvesting systems. Mechanical harvesting uses machinery such as drum screener, vibration screen, and air separator to separate the matured BASF larvae from compost, while manual harvesting uses hand sorting and sieving to harvest the compost of BASF larvae.
Hey guys, it's time to harvest our BASF compost. We must ensure we do it at the right time to get good quality of compost. Does anyone remember when we should harvest the larvae?
I think we should harvest them when they are around 4 to 6 weeks old. At that point, they'll have finished their feeding stage and will have converted most of the organic matter into fertilizer.
That's correct. We also need to consider the use of compost. If it's for plants such as the fertilizer, we need to wait until the larvae have fully pupated, which usually takes up to 2 to 4 weeks. That way, the nutrients will be in a form that's more readily available for the plants.
We also need to make sure that we do not harvest the larvae for too early, or we will end up having a lower nutrient content in the compost. If we wait for too long, we will have an overpopulation of larvae, which can lead to backorder and pest problems.
Right. So we need to monitor the compost continuously to determine the optimal time for harvesting the larvae. This is to ensure that we get good quality of compost for intended use.
Absolutely. We also need to consider the temperature and moisture levels of the compost to ensure that the larvae are thriving and processing the organic matter efficiently.
And we should make sure that the compost is well aerated to prevent any anaerobic conditions that can lead to bad odor or harmful bacteria.
Another important factor to consider is the population density of the larvae. If the population becomes too high, it can lead to competition for food and a decrease in the quality of the compost.
That's right. So, it's important to maintain a balance between the number of larvae and the amount of food compost to make sure the larvae have enough food to thrive.
And we need to ensure that the compost is free from any contaminants or toxins that can harm the larvae or the plants that will use the compost as fertilizer.
To harvest the larvae, we can use a screen or a sieve to separate the larvae from the compost. We can also use a tumbler or shaking device to make the larvae fall off the compost. Another method is to provide a place for the larvae to crawl up and pupate, such as a vertical surface like a mesh screen or a rough textured wall. This way, we can easily collect the pupae and the remaining compost.
That's right. It's important to make sure that we don't harm the larvae or pupae during the harvesting process. We also need to be careful when separating the larvae from the compost to avoid contaminating the compost with any remaining larvae or pupae.
We should also consider the hygiene aspect of the process. We need to wear protective gear such as gloves and masks to avoid getting in contact with harmful bacteria that might be present in the compost.
And once we harvested the larvae, we can use them as a source of protein for animal feed or sell them to local farmers, and the compost can be used as natural fertilizers for plants.
Black soldier fly composting is a sustainable and efficient way to convert organic waste into fertilizer. And with the right harvesting method, we can ensure that we get the best quality compost and larvae.
Moving on to the new larva cycle of black soldier fly. New larva cycle consists of pupae, adult black soldier fly, eggs, and larvae. After harvesting the compost, the larvae change color to a darker shade, transforming into pupae. After a few days, the pupae emerge as adult black soldier fly. The black soldier fly will mate and lay eggs. During this time, the eggs hatch and the larvae emerge. The BASF larvae consists of 5 larval instars, including neonates, young larvae, third instar larvae, fourth instar larvae, and fifth instar larvae. It takes 2 weeks to complete the life cycle of larvae. The use of black soldier fly larvae for composting organic waste has the potential to revolutionize the way we manage organic waste. Harvesting the compost from black soldier fly larvae is a crucial step in the composting process, and there are several methods that can be used to do so. After the compost has been harvested, the matured larvae can be used to start a new cycle of composting with the fresh organic waste.